Okay, I have just started a recording as well. So now we will be recording this.
Right, yes. All the sessions will be recorded and recording will be shared with you guys through we'll make it private, private video, unlisted video through YouTube, or we'll find another platform, but we will be recording these sessions just in case you need to go back and relearn something, okay? Okay, I think we're totally fine, and especially because we don't have actually many students, this will be easy class to go through, so let's do that.
Alrighty, I'm going to begin sharing my screen once again. So as you may have probably guessed, today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be making a Magic 8-Ball app. All right. What this is going to be doing is it's going to take a look at a couple cool concepts. Firstly, it'll be a good review since we haven't done anything in a while and it's not too complicated of an app. But additionally, in the coding side, there are a couple new concepts such as lists that we haven't necessarily gone over yet. So we will take a look at that. Yes, Arag?
I actually thought of this and I already made an app about this and
Okay,
oh,
well, I guess
you'll be helping then. You'll be helping others.
So yeah,
and I did use all the lists and
you'll be a co-instructor. Perfect. Excellent. Very good candidate for our coding team already. Okay, guys, so can you all log in into your MIT app and give us Y or N in the chat so that we know that you're all in and ready to go, okay? Okay, Gabriel says yes. Awesome, yeah.
I guess I can decorate my app a bit.
Yeah.
It's only a button and a text label.
Perfect, yeah, you can go to next level there. There's never enough for perfecting your app. Yeah, Jaden says yes, good.
How can I view both your screen and be doing looking at the app?
So you can take Zoom and make it like you can shrink the window and just put them side by side if you want, or you can keep shifting back and forth. But I would suggest probably putting them side by side.
Yeah, can you quickly show Tim how to put your app side by side with something?
She's on a Mac, so it's a little bit different. But basically, you'll have one window, and then if I have another window that I open up, you can on Windows, for instance, you can just kind of snap them to the sides.
You can actually hit the Windows button and then an arrow button for those on Windows, and it'll just automatically snap to the side.
All right. Or if you're on a Mac, there's no really automatic snapping, so you can just take the window and just like manually adjust the size by grabbing the corners, kind of placing them.
Okay.
Yeah, so side by side is probably the best option. That way you can continue working in your program and actually seeing the instructor screen. Okay, so whom are we waiting for? Asya, can you give us yes or no? Yeah.
I said yes.
Oh, you already said yes. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
So,
I'll give you guys a quick overview of this project. I'm going to try to demonstrate it on my phone. Wait, can you see this? Kind of. Actually, I'll just talk about it. Basically, how this app works is you're going to have a picture of a Magic 8-Ball, and there's various ways that we're going to take a look at how we can activate the 8-Ball, right? Traditionally, when you're using an 8-Ball, you have to like shake it. So we'll see if we can implement that. But the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to make it so that if you click on the 8-Ball, it's going to give you your fortune. So here it says you have a little message.
Hello.
It says ask a question, touch the 8-Ball to get your fortune. So you're gonna ask a question, you're gonna click it, and it's gonna tell you yes, no, unlikely, all those fun things.
Yeah. Right. Will there be a second wave of COVID-19 or not?
Hello.
I don't know if this is the best person to ask for that, but that is excellent.
Hey, my app works. Yay.
So I'm using the Zoom on a tablet, and then I have a computer on the side. So
Yeah, that should work for this class. Yes.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's great setting. Good job, Jaden. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so it's gonna basically click it, and you're gonna have to pick a random answer that you're gonna do. So that part about picking the random answer is going to be the new thing for you guys. And also, when we click on the 8 ball, we also are gonna make it do a little clicking noise, okay, or like a mysterious chiming bell. All right, that'll make it just that extra little touch. And I will send you guys these files as we need to use them in our programs. So don't worry about the files. I have them all already saved and prepared for this class. All right. Real quick, does everybody here have an Android phone?
Yeah.
No.
I guess I do, but I don't know about the others.
Okay, hold up. If you have an Android phone, please say yes in the chat. If you don't, say no. Okay, wait, Gabriel, you have the emulator on your device, right?
Yeah, I do.
Adil, yeah, you can go ahead and get it. Jaden, does anyone in your house have an Android phone?
We have Huawei's.
Yeah, that is an Android. That should work.
Okay.
If you can ask your parents if you can borrow it for this class, that would be
Okay.
good. But Gabriel, you have your emulator. You remember how to use it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so then you should be all right. That means you won't be able to shake the device, but you should still be able to do the clicking. Alrighty. So we'll give Jaden a second, but for now, all of you guys, if you can go ahead and just create a new file, create a new project in MIT App Inventor. So go to My Projects and start a new project. Okay, you can call this Magic 8 Ball, blah, blah, blah. This is your account, so it doesn't really matter what's important. Yeah, Jaden?
Can you use Android tablets?
Yeah, that should work too.
Okay.
But should I make one or?
If you want, yeah, you can make one as well. You can take a look at how we do the lists and everything. It'll be a little bit of review for you.
Yeah, when you review stuff and repeat stuff, that's when you truly actually.
I guess if we add the shaking part, I can add that to my app.
Yeah. Take a look at adding some cool textures and sounds and things. You can always get creative with it. Jaden, do you still have a question?
No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Jaden, what we're doing right now is we're just creating a new project in MIT App Inventor and calling it something to do with 8 Ball. All right, Emily, are you following along?
Yep, we're
Very
good.
cool. Good job.
Doing great.
All right. So basically, we're back here. As we're going today, I'm going to take a second to just kind of go over things one more time since it's been a while since our last class. So firstly, in the middle, you see we have our screen. Right, this is our viewer. This is where we see what our screen should be looking like when we're doing that. And then on the left, who remembers what this big area with all of the options for parts you can add to the game are called? Yeah, Jaden?
The palette.
Yeah, so this right here is called the palette. Right, this is where you have all of your different parts that you can add into your app. Right, you have your button, your label, your switch. Anything that's hidden is also here. So for instance, under sensors, you can go here, add yourself a clock, a gyroscope sensor, an accelerometer, all sorts of things like that. Okay. We're just going to do a quick overview one more time. So on the right side here, right, this is where we see all of the things that we added to our game. So for instance, if I add a button, you see over here, button appears in the components menu. All right. And then finally, whenever I click on any part in my app, label, button, screen, I have an option coming up in my properties window with all of the different things that I can change for it. So for instance, if I click on my button, I can take it and I can make it red. Bam. All right, through my properties window. Okay, obviously for our 8 Ball app, this is not necessary. So what we're gonna be doing is we're going to be firstly going over what we need for our app. But before that, remember how we talked about how the app by default has this weird little border or this weird little header on the top that says screen 1, right? And most apps don't usually have this because it looks really bad. Who remembers how we can get rid of this?
We go to properties and
Yeah.
we press on this button that says, is it visible? And we click the box.
Yeah, exactly. So if we click on, if we're just on screen 1 and we scroll down, we can uncheck this box that says title visible. And you'll notice it's gone. There is no title at the top anymore, which is a lot nicer. This green bar on the right doesn't actually show up in the app, so we don't have to worry about that. But now it seems like we have a nice fresh start, clean of any weird parts on it, and we can start working. Alrighty. So, since we have an 8-ball in our game, what do you think the first step that we need to add to our app is?
The 8-ball.
Yeah, so we need to add an 8-ball, right? One characteristic of this 8-ball is the fact that we need to be able to click on the 8-ball, and we need it to do something when we click on it. So what is the only, or what is the kind of component that we use for something that we want to be clicking on?
Media.
Button.
It's not under media. Yeah, it's going to be the button. So if we drag our button out, we can have this here. But right now it doesn't really look like an 8-ball. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a second right now, and I'm going to send you guys a picture of the 8-ball. Give me.
Wait, Tim,
Yes.
can we just like make a clickable image? Because if you go to the image settings, there is clickable that you can check.
Yeah, theoretically you can do that as well if you want. But button works as well though. Either one works, whichever one you prefer. Okay, where is this? Hold up. Okay, so all of you have noticed now that in the chat, I have sent a picture of an 8-ball. All right, so you can go ahead and download that, and we can add it into our game.
For
Alright.
those who are actually watching Zoom in separate, on separate device, can we quickly send that by email maybe?
If you have it in a separate device, that should be fine. Literally just go into Google and search up.
Or download it and send it to yourself by email, because you guys all know your email addresses, right?
Yeah, you can do that, or just from the computer that you're using, you can go to Google and just search 8-ball.
Yeah, which is easier.
I don't see the download or the
Hello.
picture or whatever.
If you go to the chat,
Nothing sent in the chat.
I'm in the chat. I just don't see.
Scroll down, maybe you're,
Do you see it in the chat, Rada?
I see it, yeah.
Oh, maybe he just sent it to you.
no, it says to
Send it
everyone.
to everyone. It says from team to everyone. How about you, Arek? Do you see it? Can you guys all confirm if you see the picture in the chat? The PNG file called Magic Bowl that Tim said. Okay, Adil
I
says
will send
yes.
it again if that helps.
I don't see it.
Okay, just Google it, like Tim shows.
Yeah,
Just
so
go-
if you don't see it in there, what you can do is you can just go to Google and search 8-ball PNG,
Mhm.
and then find an image that looks kind of nice. Don't make it look super ugly. And make sure it's not one of those fake PNGs that has a transparent image background.
If you see the squares in the like thumbnail when it's small, that means it's not an actual PNG.
That's really dumb, but yeah.
But don't we want like a transparent image behind it? So if we want to act,
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
If
you
you-
do. But in Google, if it looks like it has a transparent image
yeah,
before you click on it, that means it's not transparent.
yeah.
that means it's like just an image that will have a transparent. It's really
It's just
dumb.
kind of rude, but you know.
It
Yeah.
won't allow me to. Something's wrong with
I
my.
fell for that before.
They all have a white background.
Yeah. So if you search 8-ball PNG, they will look like they have a white background. But if you click on it, if you click on one of them with a black background, it'll turn into a checker background when it like full screens, and then that means that it's like a PNG with a
actual
transparent background. So you can then just right click on it, click Save Image As, and it'll download to your downloads or wherever you save it to, and then you can use
All
it.
the backgrounds are either white or black.
Did you search 8-ball PNG?
Yeah.
Can you just type your email really quickly in the chat, and Tim will just forward to you.
Here, I'll just send a link to this one.
Or yeah, that's good. Be good. Yeah, in the chat.
Just make sure that that would actually work.
Something's wrong with my Zoom.
Here. What's wrong with your Zoom?
There's just like I can only see you guys, but I can't see Tim's screen.
Oh. Okay, what you should do is, you know where you can see everybody's faces?
Yeah?
So you can actually choose how you see it.
Yeah, wait. I think in the 3 dots in the corner, if you do pin video, or no, it's not pin video, but it was something. I don't know. But
It's just options for the way that you can see the users, and then there you should be able to pick one that'll help.
I see you can share your screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've tried those ones.
If you share your screen, we can try to work through it.
I wasn't wanting to do that. But I can't see any of the options.
So in order to share screen, you kind of know on your Zoom, there's a little green square at the bottom.
No, I'm not able to see that. I'm only able to see your faces.
Oh, you only see our faces.
Yeah, and I have the option stop video, mute my audio, pin video, rename, and hide self view.
Interesting.
One thing you can always do, you can just log off and log in back.
And then hopefully that'll do it.
Yeah.
You gotta just hit escape and see if that works. Do you have escape? Yeah, Mac has.
Excuse me?
Does that change?
Yep, it
Oh,
worked.
hi, Aisha. Yep.
It works?
It worked.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, welcome. How you doing? Well, did you just join?
Yeah, I had.
Okay, so we're doing the Magic 8-Ball app. And in the chat, if you open the chat in the side of your Zoom, you can actually find the image that Tim sent. Or if you don't see the image, Emily shared the link
Correct.
where you can download that Magic 8-Ball image. Okay?
Yeah. Guys, so yeah, it doesn't really matter what image you use. If you guys just got here, you're not very behind. Just make a new file in MIT App Inventor. And then with that file, put a button in it. All right, that's basically all we've done.
Okay, Aisha, how are we doing?
I got back in.
Perfect, excellent. Good.
And some.
All right. So now we have our button. Oh, what?
It's got feedback.
Okay. Now we have our button ready, but it doesn't look like an 8-ball. So as you guys may have remembered from before we took our break, if you click on the button in properties, there's an option that allows you to assign it an image. So go down in the properties menu. Firstly, let's just delete the text. So go and select the text and just delete it so that our button turns into like a little blob. And then go and to where it says image here, click that, click upload file, and then upload that picture of the 8-ball that we just, I just sent you, or you just downloaded. And there you go. All right.
Mine's fully transparent.
Good.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so you may have noticed I just added my button, but for some reason, all I see is white. All right, the reason for this is because our 8-ball image is actually so massive that all you see is the corner of it. All right, so this is just the corner of our image. So what we're gonna do instead is instead of height automatic and width automatic is I'm going to set these to width, fill parent, and height, I'm going to set this to a percentage. So I'm just gonna set this, I don't want it to like fill up the entire screen. So I'm gonna set it to like 70% or something.
Oh wait, can't you do just set the width to fill parent and then check scale. I don't know. Was it scale image to fit? Like in the image.
Oh, if you're using the
properties.
image, let's try it. Hold up. Let's go
Like
image.
the width to fill parent, and then check that,
Okay,
and
actually,
then
image works.
uncheck
The
it,
button's not
and then
being worked.
uncheck it. It should be to normal.
Am
Check it, then uncheck it.
am
And I think it should be a bit smaller, but it should be, yeah, it should be normal.
There you go. Yeah, okay, for some reason the button isn't working for me this time. So if that's the case, you guys can also just use the image, and then we can enable clickable on the image. Let me try the button one more time. Hold up.
Yeah, I got my shaking done. Now I can shake my phone to activate it.
Very cool. All right, yeah, guys, button is being weird. So go ahead and instead of the button, you can go to the components area, click on the button, click delete, and drag out an image. All right, for the image, do the same thing where it says picture, select the magic 8-ball, set the width to fill parent, height for me is 70, and then if you click this scale to fit button, it will kind of try to make sure that it's circular. All right, make sure you also enable clickable at the top here. That'll make it so that in the code, we can click on the 8-ball and get it to do all of the fun things that we want it to do.
And before we move forward, please give us yes or no if if you're at this stage, okay?
I don't see clickable.
Did you drag out an image or a button?
A button.
Okay, if it's a button, did you manage to get the 8-ball on the button?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it's just my computer being weird. If it's a button, you don't have to enable clickable. Just play around with resizing to make sure it looks good. Okay, who's feedbacking?
Just turn off the mic for everyone.
For everyone. Okay, we'll just wait. Anyway, yes. So if it's a button, you don't have to enable clickable, but pictures by default or images by default are not clickable objects. So if you want to use an image like a button, you have to enable this box here that says clickable. Jaden, do you have a question?
I'm just lost.
You're lost?
Yeah, kind of.
Right. Let's go through it one more time. So what part are you at right now?
Like uploading the 8-ball.
Okay, so drag out an image from the palette. Drag out the image into your app window.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make something later.
And then on the right side here, in the properties menu, select picture where it says none right now.
Okay.
Okay, did you download the 8-ball yet?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
you didn't download it either.
Yeah.
Can you open the chat in Zoom?
Okay.
Do you see a link there sent from either Emily or me with a picture of an 8-ball or with an 8-ball?
No.
Emily sent this weird long blurb and it's a picture. Do you see that?
Copy message.
If you do you see the thing that says magic ball start 2.png? Sent by me a little bit before that long link by Emily.
Okay, let me see.
Because if you see that, you can just click on that.
No, I only see Emily's.
Okay, then go ahead and copy Emily's and put it in Google, and you should get a nice 8-ball that you can download.
Okay.
Well, but he's the one who works on different devices, right? So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so can you maybe, Jaden, can you just type your email address and team will quickly just send an image via email to you. Okay, that way you can just download it from the device where your MIT App Inventor is.
Done.
Okay, just type your email in the chat box.
Okay, can you log into this email? In a second, I'll send you the.
Okay.
But make sure you log in not from your iPad. You log in from the computer where you're actually doing the MIT App Inventor.
So Aisha, do you see the link above? You don't. Yeah. So if you go there, you can just save image as, and it'll let you pick where you want to save it.
No, he's actually in Zoom. He's on iPad, but
Oh,
he's
different student.
Oh,
Aisha,
different.
yeah.
What do you need?
So here, I'll share my screen. I'll show you. So, can you see? I don't know.
We cannot see.
Let wait. You will. Aha. Screen two. Is this my screen? This is my screen. Okay. So here I am. Here's my magic 8-ball. Do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if I right click it, there's a save image as option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I can click that and it lets me decide where I want to save it.
Oh.
Yeah, when I save it, that's where I'm gonna get it next time. So in your app maker, you're gonna go to media and you're gonna upload a file and then you're gonna pick where you saved it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Don't just buy my coffee. I can save it on it.
All right. Okay, back to screen. So, is everyone good with the 8-ball?
Yeah.
We'll be having a short break in 4 minutes. That's when we can actually have it student, okay?
Okay. So yeah, once you have your button done, Azima and Aisha, are you guys sitting close together?
Yeah.
Okay, that might be somewhat problematic. Okay, you know what? Just unless you guys are talking, I'm just gonna mute you guys for now. If you guys have a question, unmute yourselves. But because you're close together, when I talk, the voice kind of comes out of your speakers and then through the other person's mic, so it like starts doing that annoying high pitched squealing thing. So we're gonna mute you guys for now. If you have a question, raise your hand and we'll get to you guys. All right.
What's up?
Tim,
Yep.
why's my voice like this? Can you just copy the image and paste it into the chat if you're using snipping tool?
You can't copy into the chat, but you can save it and then put the file in the chat.
Okay, we'll just do this.
All right.
I just
so
want to
next
see
thing,
if this works.
I just want to do one quick thing before we get onto our break. Go ahead, and we're gonna put a couple labels underneath our 8-ball. All right, but since we want these labels to be centered and arranged vertically, what do we need to use? Who remembers? Does anyone remember? What is a tool that we can use to help arrange our items nicely? Asya, yeah?
Canvas?
Not quite Canvas, no. Jaden?
Horizontal alignment.
Okay, yeah, horizontal arrangement is one thing we could do if we wanted our labels to be side by side. But all we want them to do is we want them to be up, we want them to be aligned vertically, right? So that's going to be vertical arrangement.
Vertical.
Yeah. So drag out a vertical arrangement and put it underneath our 8-ball, okay? For this, set height to fill parent and width to fill parent, because we're just going to take up as much space as we can at the bottom there. And if you guys remember, if we want to make it so that if I put like a label inside of here and I want it to be centered, what I need to do is I need to go over here in the properties on my vertical arrangement and make sure that align horizontal is set to center. All right, align vertical you can keep as top. You can make it center also if you want, but top does work. Yes, Arik, that does work.
Okay.
Oh, so are you trying to make a to-do list? Is that what you want the tiny database for?
No, so you can add your custom answers. So a different type of yes or no.
Okay. Alrighty, yes. So, yeah, so make this vertical arrangement and then inside it just put 2 labels. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the other project I had real quick just to take a look at what I actually said in it. Ask a question, touch the 8-ball to get your fortune, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna make the top one say ask a question. Okay, you can also play around with formatting, guys. Remember to get funky with it. All right, always try to make it look nice. Try to make it look how you like. Touch the magic 8-ball to.
What's up? Everyone's good?
My vertical arrangement isn't working.
Your what's not working?
Vertical arrangement.
Your vertical arrangement. Why not?
I don't know.
So what's going on? How can you tell it's not working?
I put it on the screen and it won't go behind my 8-ball.
So you want your vertical arrangement when you drag it out, you want to drag it into that space below your magic 8-ball.
It to the parent. Yep.
It's 11:46 now, so for those of you who had successful runs, you guys have a break for 5 minutes.
I'm trying.
Asia and Jaden, we stick around, we'll help you through the break, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys, we'll be back
This is
at
why I use a mouse. It never works.
11:51,
Right? So
okay?
just hit a
5
mouse.
minutes break, everyone. Go to washroom, get some water, move around. Okay. And
Still helping me, so I'm good.
Good?
Jaden, how are you doing?
I need help.
Okay,
Yes,
so
Lima?
let's, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you work with Jaden, please? Yeah.
I can't get my 8-ball to go into the image space.
To go into the image space?
Yeah, like,
Do you want to share your screen and show us what's going on?
okay, sure.
Just at the bottom of your screen, there's a little green
Yeah.
button. And when you press it, it lets you pick which screen. Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
Right here. So I
Alright.
haven't downloaded it over here,
Okay.
but
Yeah, so on the right side of your screen, do you see that little option that says picture under properties?
70%.
It says picture none. It's on the right side.
Anyway.
So move your cursor all the way to the right. Yeah. Now down a little bit where it says picture.
yeah.
Down.
Picture and none.
Next one. Up, up, up,
No, higher. Okay.
down, lower, lower, lower.
Oh, here.
Right there. Yeah. Click that. And then you see the
Yeah.
other option. Yeah. Click that.
And then click OK. And bam.
There it is.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
It looks a little big, so if you want for height, you can set it to a manual number and it'll scale the image. So I did 70%, but you can pick what you want.
Okay.
Wait, Tim, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
So I sent it to you. I sent
Okay,
it to you
guys,
privately.
someone please help Jaden. I think he is lost right now, right?
No.
No, Jaden's good.
Jaden, you okay?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Jaden's all
Like, I don't know, it's bringing me the
Figured it
error.
out, nice.
When I try to add an answer, it just says the operation cannot add items accepted to the arguments. Certainly, which is one of the lists in the items in the list, and then hello, which I wrote. But yeah, that's the problem. I don't know.
I'm gonna go
what's
steal
going
someone's
on.
Android phone.
I'm not sure what your app is doing, so I don't really know. Is this the 8-ball app?
Yeah, it's the 8-ball app. I can screen share if you want, but
Why is your variable already a random item from the list?
because from here I want it. Okay, can I turn on screen share?
Yeah, of course.
So let's see. So I want it to, when after it gets its text from what you say, a yes or no question, it sets the text color to black because it's none, and then it sets the label text to, like, there's a label down here to the answer, like maybe, maybe, or no, yes. and then it's taking it from the global answers.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Your variable global answers is not a list. It's one item from the list that you picked randomly at initiation. So you see this part that says actually can I try something? Do you see something asking for control on your computer?
Oh, never mind. Can you ask me? Okay, yeah.
Okay. So this item right here basically makes it so that your variable gets set to only one of these. So if you do this, now it's set to the entire list, and you can actually do that. So hold up.
Oh, then can I do pick a random item in list and then put the get global answers into it? Wait, can I control my screen again?
Yes, yeah, hold up. Let me do this. Yeah, try now.
Yeah. So can I do this now?
Yeah, there you go. That should work better.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
now you can actually add something to the list, because before it wasn't a list, so that might be why I was complaining.
Yeah. Okay.
So give that a shot. Tell me if it works. If there's any other problems, we can try to troubleshoot it.
Tim,
Yep.
I'm trying
Wait,
to get my background, but it's like not working.
You can't add the background?
Yeah.
Okay, let me share my screen. Actually, let me send 2 more files into the chat real quick.
Hello. Hello.
Jaden, can you type your email address in the chat box? So if Tim sends any pictures, I'll forward it to your email address. So you can download it from another computer. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, who's saying hello?
No, he's talking to his phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, Aisha. So let's take a look. So I just sent my background that I'm going to be using into the chat, so you can use that if you want. But basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go click on screen 1 and scroll down to where it says background image right here.
Yeah.
Click on that, select upload file, and then from there, I'm going to pick that background that I had.
Okay.
Go open, okay, and it should set in a second. Hello.
After you put in the magic 8 ball, what's the writing underneath it? Is that?
I don't actually know how to close this now. Okay, we're just gonna refresh. Huh? Here is my magic 8 ball.
Okay, that was a long session of testing.
Okay, backgrounds are being kind of weird.
Okay, I say what's wrong with yours?
I came back late, so I don't know what's happening.
Oh, we're
we're
not
just
doing
debugging.
anything right
Don't
now.
worry, we didn't move forward. So if you added 8 ball and you managed to add the label, you are on track.
Oh, yay.
I've already got my 8 ball in, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do right after.
Oh, so then you're putting a vertical arrangement with 2 labels in afterwards.
Oh, okay.
What the?
Vertical arrangement is where the layouts are, right? And then just two labels inside of that.
This will work.
Okay, so let's see who is where. Can you guys type yes if you manage to add the 8-ball, manage to add the vertical arrangement, add two labels inside of that vertical arrangement? Type please yes. Adil said yes.
Oh.
So we understand where everyone else is.
Well, I already did it before.
Yeah, I know. Okay, awesome. Marcia said yes. Gabriel said yes. Right. Aisha, Azima, can you give us some feedback? Yes, good. And Aisha? Did you manage to add labels into vertical arrangement? I don't see her though. Did she drop? Azima, is Aisha with you still?
No, I went upstairs to reduce the feedback.
Okay, but I can't see her in the chat.
Okay, I'll go downstairs and quickly check.
Please, yes, thank you. Okay, and just remember, everything you can adjust in properties, right? If you need it centralized, there is an alignment, text alignment box, you just make it center. If you want it to take entire width, you just fill up the parent. If you want to take it entire height, you fill up the parent towards height, right? In the height menu.
Her computer shut off, and she's trying to get back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Tim,
Yep.
if you present a list onto a label, will the different items in the list be separated by commas?
I'm not sure. Give it a try. See what it.
Because I want to add a feature that you can view your past questions.
Let's actually try that right now. Hold up.
Should I share my screen now?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna make it so each time you say something, it sets the global questions, which is this list, and adds item to this list, and which is like the result that like what they said. I'm gonna add the same thing over here, but I just want to understand if this will work. I'm gonna connect to it to my phone and see if this will work. I mean, I'm expecting it to work, but I don't really have that high hopes. Let's see. Is the weather gonna be sunny today? Okay. Okay then. Hello. Yes, and then it just adds a list here.
So it
Is
works?
the weather gonna be sunny today? And hello.
Nice. Alrighty, we can probably keep going with our 8-ball app. The background's being a little bit dumb, but that's okay. We can keep going with the rest. Here we go. So, do all of you guys see screen? Yes?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna keep going. We basically have most of the stuff up front that we have ready to start adding the rest of our app. There's a couple little things I want to add first, though. So, firstly, to make coding a little bit easier, go through the components real quick and just rename some stuff to make it a little bit easier for you guys to know what's what. So, for instance, I'm going to go rename image 1 to 8-ball pick. Can't have a number. Okay. Ball of 8. There you go. All right. For my label 1, I'm going to rename it to ask a question. And then for label 2, I'm going to rename this response, because that's what we're going to be ending up doing in our code. We're going to make it so that when you click it, it's going to replace this thing that says touch the 8-ball to get your fortune with your fortune. So you're going to click it, and then that's just going to disappear and turn into like yes, no, maybe, right? Think of it as like when you're registering an account and it says password in it until you start typing and it disappears. Okay.
Hi.
As soon as you ask the question, it'll just override.
Hi.
Hello.
No, I'm talking to my phone. I'm seeing if this will work now. Hello. Yay. Wait, what? How?
Okay.
Why did it still, Oh, never mind.
Okay, one more little thing I want to add is I told you we're going to be adding a little sound, a little ringing whenever we press on our 8-ball or shake our phone for the ominous fortune telling. All right. So who remembers what we need to add to our game, or not to our game, to our app to make it so that we can actually play a sound on command using the code? Does anyone remember what the component is?
Just the sound, right?
Sound in media.
Yes. So if I go under media, pull out sound and just pop it into our app. Okay. That should be enough for now. All right. We should give it a sound though, so a source. I think I already sent it into the Zoom chat if you want to go and check there. It's been kind of
Yeah,
walked
I
out.
was always looking for a sound.
I already sent all the files to Jaden.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I haven't been able to see any of the files Tim has sent in the chat, which is interesting.
Can you see this?
No,
Why did I send it to Arada? What? Hold up. Try this.
that would maybe be why.
There we go.
You see clinking teaspoon.
Yes, it's clicking
Yes.
teaspoon and
Okay, if you see clinking
Hey.
teaspoon, go ahead and download that.
I will just find myself a sound.
Azima cannot see it.
Just
Emily,
email
do you
it,
want to do your
Emily.
magical linking?
Yeah, I also can't see it, so if I'll find a clinking sound.
Email it.
Yeah.
What we can
I'll
do
be-
probably, Tim, you can zip all the files and we can collect the emails and just send all the files that we're going to use in this app.
Or just so the students can use it now as well, we should probably send them.
No.
Otherwise, it's going to die and it'll be sad.
Ah.
Is there any restrictions on file type or file size?
Until
Just don't make it too big or long. MP3 works fine.
wait, is there a thing that can make your phone vibrate?
Maybe.
Because I want that to happen when you click it.
That might happen. There's actually a large possibility.
Okay, Asia says she needs help. Asia, so where have you stopped?
No, I'm not stuck. I just keep on hearing a song.
Say that again.
Here, I'll find the sound.
I keep on hearing a song.
A
Keep
song.
on hearing the song.
Just a random song or the Clinking Teaspoon song?
No, I'm supposed to be hearing that.
Oh, wow. There's some really dramatic.
Okay, so we're trying to add the song, right, Tim, right now to our file, to our app.
Let's use MP3. Okay, so I'm gonna send a slightly shady link, but I'm just gonna make sure that the sound works.
Emily, we actually try to download all the sounds from YouTube library because that one is virus free.
That's fair.
Yeah, try not to show anything else. Yeah.
The YouTube library.
All right.
Yeah, YouTube Media Library.
Areg.
Audio,
Yeah.
audio.
If you want to make it vibrate, what you can do is you can go under sound and call sound.vibrate milliseconds, and then just put like a number in here.
That's cool.
That is very cool. Yes. We can actually add that to this app too, so we can make it so whenever you ask your fortune, it gives you a little buzz. I don't know why it's under sound, but I guess that's where it is.
Well, I guess vibrating does make a sound.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. But
Okay, so just to bring us back to on track, so Tim has sent 2 files, Clinking Teaspoon and the background image, right, Tim?
I did not send the background image because it's being kind of.
Here, so I found a fun magic noise. I'm gonna send a link.
Okay, instead of doing link or files, I suggest what we do right now, can everyone just type the email addresses in the chat? And Tim will just send those files directly to your email addresses, okay?
But this is just so that students can also do it now if they want.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we private message? Or
yeah, you can private message Tim directly with your email addresses. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just put it in the normal chat.
Just create
Are you okay? What's going on there?
Put all the email addresses and zip all the files that we need for this app and just send it to everyone, please, okay? Yeah.
Is that everyone?
So I see.
People, here's a deal.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
So you have Jaden's email address.
Wait,
you
a deal.
have
You twice.
Rios, Rex, yeah.
Asia, what's up? Hello?
I keep on hearing a song every time I click Clinking Teaspoon. The song keeps on changing.
What? Oh wait, never mind. That's milliseconds. I'm sending it to 1 millisecond. It vibrates for 1 millisecond. Okay.
Isaac, can you maybe share your screen so we can see what you're doing?
Wait, who?
You have
Isaac.
How do you organize it?
Those are my yellow smalls. Those iTunes is here.
Yay! Thank God.
Okay. All of the files have been sent.
Okay, perfect. So everyone
Anyway,
download it from
basically,
where?
yeah. Once you have it downloaded, I'll just show you what you have to do. So go to source, upload file, just like you usually do, and upload that Clinking Teaspoon sound, and just click OK.
I see. Is that what you did with your sound?
No, I just pressed Clinking Teaspoon, and I have on changing the sound.
Okay, just keep uploading it. Maybe it'll change the behavior.
No, it still helped me. It was iTunes.
Okay, can you share?
500 milliseconds actually sounds good.
Enter.
Yeah, I say share your screen with Team, please. Or
No,
with
it's
everyone?
fine.
Oh, you're fine now?
Yeah, stopped. It still helped me.
Okay, perfect. Good. Thank you, Adil. Okay.
I guess my app's done.
I can't find the sound
yeah.
component.
Notice. Okay, everyone, please, yes or no? Are we ready to move on? No, okay.
I can't find the sound component.
You can find the sound to put in. Did you share your email address with Tim? He is sending everyone the files.
No, I can't find the sound component.
You
Oh,
can't
I
find
found the
Only
sound.
under media. Go to media, sound.
Tim, can you show it one more time, please? On the screen, just delete
Media.
it and
Drag it.
Sound.
yeah.
I need upload file. Choose file.
So media section on the left, I said,
Where is it?
drag the sound to your app.
Go up.
Oh, I put it in the trash. I'm pretty sure. Oh,
And then in the very, the most
So
right
go.
section, click
Okay,
the
press
source
OK, press OK.
and add the sound to it, right?
Oh, press. Wait, did you even drag the sound?
yeah.
Drag it onto the screen. Okay. Source. Clinking teaspoon.
I'm done.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, how about everyone else? Anyone needs help? Okay, Gabe, have you added the sound yet? Yep, okay. Azima, how about you? Azima, have you managed to add the sound? Again, in the media on the left side, drag the sound to your
I'm
app.
putting the sound in.
I'm in space.
I'm putting the sound in.
Yes.
Yay.
So remember, after you drag the sound into your app to go into the source in the properties and select the file.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm in space, everybody. Yay.
Oh, that's cool. Love it. Yeah. Keyboard, play with your background.
Okay. So yeah, guys, if you're done this part and you want a little challenge, go ahead and go into your code and try to see if you can figure out how to make it so that for now, just when you press the 8-ball, it activates the sound and makes a little dinging noise.
Okay, the challenge for those who are on track, go into the back end and try to put the code, then when you click on the ball, it activates the sound, right? Okay.
I'll just be here
Mhm.
until everyone's done.
That's fine. Oh yeah, I need to download now. There's my phone. Oh, yeah.
And honestly, it can be any MP3 sound that you have on your computer that you can attach, right? It doesn't really need to be the file that Tim sent.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
It works. Is there another challenge?
Let's walk down my house.
Is there another challenge?
You
I
done
need
that?
another challenge.
Me too.
Asa, did you already finish the challenge?
Yeah,
You already got it?
I mean, I think I have. I haven't tested it.
it's playing right now.
Oh, did you put it on your phone already to test?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, so let's actually go over this challenge now. So we go to blocks for our backend, right? We're going to go to our 8-ball, and we're going to say when ball of 8 dot click, basically just sound dot play, right? Pretty
Yeah,
easy.
that's really good.
Okay.
Okay.
Now here's where it's going to get a little bit funky. So we need to make it so that not only does our 8-ball play a sound. It needs to actually pick an answer and give us an answer. All right. And for that, we need to make it have a way to pick from a variety of different answers that it can do, right? An 8-ball, how many sides does it have on the Dyson side?
8.
Is it 8? That would actually make sense.
Probably.
Yeah, so inside of an 8-ball, it probably has an 8-sided die, right? With different options on each side of it, right? And when you spin it, that's the point of it getting like a random answer coming out, okay? So obviously, we don't really have that Dyson side. So what we need to do is we need to come up with 8 different answers that it can say and get a way for it to randomly pick one and spit it out.
When we get to
I just
the
searched it up.
answers part, I have some answers we can use.
Yeah, I'll let the answers go up to you guys, but for now, I'm just going to show you how we can add yes and no, maybe, and kind of just pick
Wait,
that.
I have exactly 8 answers. Hooray.
All right, so
I just searched it up. It has 12.
it has 12. Okay, that also.
Is it a dodecahedron? Yeah, sorry. Continue.
I'm using 8.
And what's the shape of a 20-sided dice?
I don't know.
Is it an icosahedron?
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so we need to make a list that we can pick from. So let's actually talk about lists real quick. Okay, I'm going to take us to whiteboard land. Here you go. All right. So in coding, what a list basically is it's the same as any kind of list that you would have. For instance, if I had a grocery list. On my grocery list, I could have items. I could have apples, bananas, right? You can have milk. What else do you buy? Bread.
Chocolate.
A list is anything where you list things, all right? But in programming, the importance of a list is the fact that you can basically store multiple things of information in one kind of format. And additionally, you can manipulate it and play around with it and change things and do all sorts of cool stuff. What is over 5 megabytes?
The sound, because I don't think you can upload it over. Or
I don't think it's over 5 megabytes. It's like really small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's small file can be uploaded.
or was it just 5 bytes? I don't know.
13.7 kilobytes. Anyway.
That's the max sound.
That is important. Anyway, so grocery list. All right. So there are lots of different things what you can do with this. You can, for instance, add a new item. Add items. You can remove items. You can rearrange items. All right. You can do all sorts of really cool things with it. But importantly for us, you can pick random items by using a tool that MIT App Inventor actually gives you. All right, what's up here? The sound, is your phone sound turned up?
Yeah.
Are you sure you actually uploaded the sound into the sound option?
I think so.
Yeah, well, we'll take a look at that in a second. Just wait.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically what we're going to be doing for our game is we're going to make a list of answers. And we're going to make it so that this list of answers, that's not how you spell answers. Okay. And in this list of answers, what we're going to do is we're just going to have like yes, no, maybe. All right. And then you guys can add whatever you want afterwards, right? Etc. Etc. Okay. And we're basically just going to pick a random thing from this. Okay. Lists are not very complicated at first, but they're really powerful. You can do all sorts of stuff. And in programming, there's something that like goes through all the programming languages and is super useful in all of them. All right. So that's probably enough for our whiteboard. Let me quickly share my screen. We can try to take a look at how we can do this. Firstly, someone said sound doesn't work. Make sure that when you go to your design view in sound, you actually have something in the source here. Do you have that?
I'll check. No. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where you need to add
One of the reasons might be because you're uploading different sound and it might be too big. Okay, so
I'll try it again.
so if you receive the file that team actually sent you, then it should work.
Yeah, it shows that one.
Okay, yeah, so just make sure it's actually chosen in that box, then it should be there.
So now let's take a look at how we can make lists in App Adventure. So for starters, I'm just going to make a new variable that we are going to store all of the options that we can have. So we're going to create a list and we're going to store it in a variable. Aisha just left. All right. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to go to variables. All right. Initiate global variable. And for this, you can call the name of the variable answers or something like that. Okay. Or options or really anything you guys want. Okay. I'm doing this here just so that later when I use the same answers in multiple pieces of code, I don't have to copy and paste the list. I can use the variable in different places. Okay, it'll make a little bit more sense when you see how many places we use it in, okay? All right, so next thing is we're going to, this is an option that we haven't really used before, but if you go on the left side here, built in, there is a little option here that says lists, okay, right here. If you click there, the first one, not the first one, the second one here is make a list. Okay, so drag that out and slap it on the end of our answers. Okay, this is probably one of the first blocks that we've used that has this little setting icon on it. Okay, it might not be, we might have used the if statement before.
No, I think we used one for the join.
Oh, join. The join would also make sense. But just remember, basically, if you ever want to add more options, you click on the setting icon and you drag more items into the list. Okay, I don't want that many items, so I'm just going to leave it at 3 for now. Okay, I'm not going to put it to 8. But remember, if you do want 8, you click on the setting, add more. Okay. Now in here, this is where we're going to add all of our different options. Okay, a list can have all sorts of different values inside it. Okay, you can put numbers inside, you can put strings inside, you can put words, sentences, characters, pictures. You can put whatever you want inside of a list. Okay, it's not like your traditional list where, well, I don't know, you can do whatever you want with your own list too. Okay,
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have our list, and basically we're going to go over to the left side to where it says text. I'm just gonna drag out an empty little string box, and in here I'm going to write my first option. Yes. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this. Remember, you can right click, click duplicate, slap it on the next one, and I'm just gonna set this to no.
Maybe.
Do it again, and I'm gonna set this to maybe. All right. Now I have my short little list of options. You guys can add more later. For now, just leave it at like a small number so we can go on to the next step. And then I'll give you a little bit of time to play around, add more options, try to spice things up, see what you can add to it. All right. So here's
So is answers something you put in the components?
In the components? No. So basically answers here, you're going to be creating a variable. So go initialize global variable answers and making it into a list. So that what this is going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to use this list of answers in multiple places. And then if we add a new item later, it'll automatically add it to all of those other places as well. And we don't have to like manually do that. Okay?
Okay, okay.
So now what we want it to do is we want to make it so that when we press our 8-ball, not only do we play a sound, but we're also going to go and find our response string and set response string.text to a random selection from our list, which should be, pick a random item list. And for the list that we're going to snap on here, what we're going to do is we're going to go to variables, get global answers. All right. So this way, if we add a new item here, it'll automatically update here. Okay. We don't have to kind of come and add it here. All right. That would be another way that you could do it, but you'll see this makes it a lot more convenient later when we start adding more ways to get answers. So for instance, if you want to add the shake, this makes it a little bit easier.
Okay, so just let's get the feedback from everyone else. So give us yes if you manage to set 3 yes, no, and maybe answers to the list. Okay, Adil said yes.
All right, what's up? You good?
How did you get set response?
Okay. In your components window on the left here, you made 2 labels before, right? In your design space. For me, it's only set response because I renamed that label to response. For you, it might be set label to, or I'll just rename response to response label. Okay. So you see here on the left, you have response label, and then you scroll down and find set response label dot text, and then pick a random item list.
So many of you probably still have label 1 and label 2, right? So if you didn't rename those labels, so you definitely choose label 1 and label 2, right? But a good habit to actually rename it. Yeah.
All right, do you have a question, or are you just flying through?
Yeah, but for the shaking, can we use like a accelerometer sensor?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing after. Yeah.
Label.
What label? The second label, the one on the bottom. Yeah, you can actually pick. So for me, I have a label that says ask a question, and then I have a second label underneath that says touch the magic 8 ball to get your fortune. I'm going to make it so that when I press the 8 ball, it's going to replace this touch the magic 8 ball to get your fortune. It's going to replace it with your fortune. All right. But right now, as of the moment, I can actually try to open up an emulator and start this up. When I click on it, that label will switch to a different option. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so let's go one by one for everyone and see where everyone else is, right? So Jaden, are you following?
I'm just trying to figure out why. So I'm encountering a problem that the response isn't showing up. I have a response, but it's not showing up.
Wait, is the text color like none, or does it have a text color?
Guys, let's take it one at a time. So Jaden, so you managed to put all the backend code in, right?
Hmm?
You managed to put all this backend code in. So you done this part? What you see on the screen right now, all this backend code. Have you done all that?
I have done this one and I have the sound play, but I cannot undo the response label because I don't have this. I don't have the response.
In your case, you might have different name for that label. It's that second label that you added. So whatever name in your app you have for that label, use that name, okay? It's just in Team's case, he actually changed the name of that label to response label. So that's why he's using that response label.
Okay.
In your case, you can go back to your front end, click on that label where you want the answers to appear. See in the right side, see what's the name of that label and make sure your answers will replace that label. Okay, so it will probably have, if you didn't do any changes, it's probably just label 2.
Yeah. One thing you may also want to do is right now our text is black. And for some reason, actually, when I emulate, I do get my background, unlike what it shows here. So depending on the color of your background, you may want to change your text color to fit nicer. So I'm going to make mine white. If you have a white background, you can keep it black.
Great, Tim, let's get a feedback from everyone to see if everyone's following, okay? So Aisha, how are you doing?
So I'm trying to get the sound on, but Tim said I should put a label. Like, I don't know what he means, but where should I put the label?
Okay, so this thing up here should either be a button or an image, but these two should be labels.
Aisha, can you share your screen? That would probably be faster. Yeah.
It says I cannot share.
Try now. I just stopped sharing.
Okay. So
Okay, for everyone else, guys, we're having 5 minutes break. So if you're on track, you can go have your break and come back in 5 minutes. 12:35, one will resume.
Yeah, I'll just go.
Yep.
So I have my label here. And
Yeah, that's good.
so should I
Make the label say something. Make it say something like ask a question or click me or something.
okay.
So she only has one label though.
Yeah, she needs a second one underneath.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get one.
And what Tim did, he actually from the layout section, he chose the vertical arrangement and he put both labels inside of that vertical.
She has a vertical arrangement. She just put her button inside it as well.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. 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 Label 1.
Not size.
Okay. Also, on your background, I would suggest making the text white or a different color.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you can beautify that later. Right now, just put something simple that works. Yeah.
And for label 2.
Yeah. Center, white color. Yeah.
And then what's for the next one?
So yeah, this is where you're gonna put the answer, right? So you can type like touch.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever, touch the 8 ball to give you an answer or something like that. So now pay attention. Your label name is label 2, right? Team, rename that to response label, and that will be used in the code. So if you wanna not to get confused, maybe rename that label 2 to the same name, response label. And everyone else who was having the same problem, Jaden, so this is where you'd rename it, right? So label 1, we're not really doing much with it, but label 2, definitely you want to rename that one. Yeah.
Okay. So this is
Yes, let's go.
Response label, is that what you called it, Tim?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Answer works too, or
Okay, but remember that's the one you're going to use in the code, right? Yeah.
It wasn't really 5 minutes, but there's nothing to do.
okay. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
Where do you get the other button, like the response now?
Okay. So you want to share your screen so we understand what you're talking about? And Tim, it's only Tim who can actually set up the breakout room, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you want to maybe set up a room so me and Emily, we can take the kids one by one there? So if they have any issues, they can share the screen with us.
Yes, give me 1 second.
Okay, how's everyone else doing?
Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you put Y or yes or no, Y or N in the chat box so we know where we are?
Y for good and for bad.
Okay, so if you manage to create the front end and you manage to actually add all the necessary code in the back end, put yes. Otherwise, put N so we know where you are. N-ish, okay. Okay, so if you didn't put yes, if you put no, then we'll ask you to share your screen and we'll go one by one and try to fix your problem, okay? So, Aisha, I see you said yes, right? Oh,
I said no.
You need help?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with you. Can you share your screen, please?
Yes. Oh, you need to do the password.
Okay, so where's your problem?
I just don't know what.
Okay, yes. So delete those 3 things that are just kind of floating randomly in space.
And everyone else watch. Maybe this will actually solve your problem too,
Yeah,
right?
click on response label in the bottom left. Yeah. And find set response label.txt. Scroll, it's a little higher. One up. There you go. No, the one right beneath that. There you go. Take that, put it under when in 8ball.click. There you go. You can probably move it out a little. All right, now go to lists and pick a random list item.
That was one of the things I had that was
Yes.
floating around.
There you go. And now you need to go to variables, get, slap it on the end, and select, global answers. There you go. There you go, you're done.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
That's this.
Okay, next, Jaden, you want to share your screen?
No, I'm good.
Oh, you can share your screen, right? Because you want to.
Just change this to
So,
user interface label.
Yeah, he's on a separate device, so he can't share the screen.
There it is.
Center.
That looks kind of right. I think he's just missing the variable part at the end.
okay.
Okay, who else had a question?
So we need to work out things with Jaden because he's using 2 devices. Maybe he can actually point the camera to his screen
He
so we
just
can.
did. He just
Oh,
did. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh wait, isn't there a built-in start zoom into each computer?
Yeah,
Like
but
the
he.
start zoom app.
Jaden, look at the iPad. This is what it should look like. This is the line. Okay. So just make sure yours looks like this.
And maybe for the next class, try to actually log in from the same device because that will help to share the screen, right?
Nice. Nice. Set the color to
You
red.
guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Okay, who else needs help?
Okay, is everyone else good?
Wait, Tim, can you help me out on a different project or?
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second, guys. If you have a second right now, go ahead and this is probably a good moment to try and test this out on your guys' phones. All right, or in an emulator. So I'm gonna try to do this app here. Okay, give it a test on your phone because right now it should be at the stage where you can click the button, it'll make a little sound, and it will give you the fortune. Okay, which is kind of most of the functionality we're going for. But there's a few little things that we can add later on. All right. So you see mine works. One thing I noticed on a couple of yours, if you notice that your button is not, or that your picture isn't doing anything when you click it, make sure that in here, clickable is checked, all right? Under image, under picture, you have to make sure the clickable checkbox is checked. I saw a couple of you guys when you were sharing your screen that was unchecked. So make sure you check that before, downloading it onto your phone.
Yeah.
Because you will have some problems. It won't do anything. Okay. There's a couple more cool things that we can try to add to this game, add to this app.
Well, before we continue, let's make sure everyone's on the same page.
Let's test real quick.
Hello.
Yeah. So test your app and give us yes or no
Hi.
to indicate if you are okay or you're having a problem and need help. Okay.
I have a
I need
problem.
help.
Okay. There you
I'm
go.
good.
What's like, so I can't get the, so when I want to make my list, I can't get the variable, like that one.
Can you share your screen, Aisha, please? Yeah. And everyone who needs help, watch. Maybe this will solve your problem too.
So like I'm in here, but I can't see the, what do you call it?
Okay, so Tim, can you help me populate the list? Yeah.
So if you create a global variable, then you can make the list. So go to variables.
Click variables. Initialize global variable.
The first one. No, the first one. The first one.
Delete
So you
that?
get rid of that one.
Yeah, it should be the first.
Yep. Top one.
This one?
Yep. So then plug in your list into that. Yeah, you can change its name. It's fine. Yeah, change it to like options or answers, something.
Yeah, we'll use answers. Yeah.
Perfect. And now you see that little gear by your make a list?
Yeah.
You press that. Click it. Whoop. What?
Double click it.
Wait, Tim,
Yep.
You can add
you
items.
might know how to like. Can you make a
Drag it to
list
the list.
view instead of go up and
You
down,
know
side,
this
right
item
and
is like
left?
a list with 2 items.
Try to make
Yeah.
what right to left?
Let go now.
Like a list instead of going from top to bottom,
That's
left to
what you
right.
Then you can go to on the left. You see
When
where
you
it says
display
text?
it or when you create it?
Next.
Yep.
What?
The top
When,
one.
when
yeah.
you display
Drag it
it
out.
or when you create it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Yeah, there you go.
So when I'm doing the past past questions, instead of because it like the list goes down and it takes more space on the screen, and then you can't see the answer. If you do too much, if you ask too much, the screen will be gone. There's only gonna be just text. But I want the list view to go left to right. Can we do that, or?
What you could actually do to make it take up less space is there's an option under user interface called list view, which is like a little scrollable box that you can use to kind of.
But no, I'm using a list view.
Are you using a list view?
Yeah.
It should be scrollable, is it not?
No, it just goes down.
The other way you could probably do it is you could just make a label and try to print out the whole thing and go side to side.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, give me 1 second. We'll be back.
Let's test it with.
Is everyone else still good with their changes?
Well, I had to update the emulator, and now it won't run.
Now the emulator won't run?
Yeah.
Okay, look at my screen real quick. I will show you how to fix it. Click connect, reset connection, and then close your emulator, open your emulator again, and try to run it. And try to connect.
Okay.
Make sure you do the reset. That's important.
When I tried to test mine out, it would ring, but the fortune or the answer wouldn't come up.
Okay, it would ring, but the answer wouldn't come up.
Yeah.
Nope.
Can you share your screen?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
All right. Okay, yeah, there. Snap that. Now try.
Okay.
Does it work?
No, nothing still works.
Can you click connect, refresh companion screen? Connect,
Okay.
refresh. Oh, it's not a thing. Are you sure you're connected? Yeah, click reset connection and then try to reconnect with your phone.
Okay.
Okay, I will be back in a second.
Why doesn't that? Oh, that's a vertical arrangement. I need a vertical scroll arrangement. Okay.
Mine works. Same.
Okay, if anyone actually successfully tested it, give us a yes, please. Okay, Jaden, good. Asya, you successfully tested it? Good.
Oh, let's see here.
Okay, please put yes or no, yeah, in the chat. Perfect. Adil said yes, Asya said yes. We have 15 minutes left, so based on your response now, we'll either keep debugging, or we'll add something else. Okay, Gabe
Wait,
still testing.
Tim,
Okay.
can you help me out on an app? A different app, or?
Just one sec. I think.
Oh, Tim's gone? Okay.
Yeah, he'll be back in a second. Okay, so Gabe said no. Aisha, Azima, how are you ladies doing? Azima said yes, perfect.
Hello.
Tested, it works. Aisha, how about you? Okay, just wanna let you guys know we're recording this session. So if any of you had trouble, you'll have an option to actually go and watch the recording in a slow speed. You can actually rewind to the point where you got lost. So don't worry, you'll actually have plenty of time to actually fix this even after the class, okay? But at this moment, we want to make sure everyone's on the same track and page. Okay, so Gabe, how about you? Oh, you
Well,
have emulator,
when
right?
I start the emulator and then it says it's not launched, and then if I close it and then launch it again, it says it's like not compatible or something.
Right. So it came after you updated it just now, right?
Hold up.
Jan, do you want to try restarting things maybe? Did you try hard reset? Did the hard reset?
I've did a hard reset earlier.
Okay.
I don't think it does any.
This is what we're gonna do. Okay, Gabe, can you share your screen real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have the emulator open anywhere?
I will open it.
Open up the emulator.
Like the background.
Thank you. And
there
then
you go. Open it. Yeah, there you go. No. Don't connect. Don't connect.
Oh.
Just go to the emulator terminal window that it's gonna come up.
This one?
Yeah. Click in it. Okay. Now, click Control C. Click it again. There you go. Now open up the emulator one more time. Okay, and now try to connect it. And now, can you click on the emulator screen, see if windows are popping up? Okay, yeah, it should be good now. And yeah, there you go. Here's your Android.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So are we good to move on?
I think so. Yes. I will. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think everyone else confirmed that they're good. Yeah, they tested. Perfect.
Okay, so there's a couple more things that we can add. These are just kind of like cool little things, but the general part of our app works. If you want to add a background to your game, that's up to you if you want to do that. You can use any image that you find on Google or the one that I sent you guys. Either works. But let's do a couple cool things. So firstly, do you guys want to add a vibration to the game so that when you like press it, it kind of like buzzes a little? Of course you do. It's so cool. Anyway, so what we're going to do is over here, when you say when ball of 8.click or when your 8 ball is clicked, if you go under sound, for some reason, you can say call sound 1.vibrate, and that'll make your phone vibrate. All right. I don't think it really works with an emulator, but if you have it installed on a phone, it will do it. So you can pull this in and set it down here also. And here it's going to ask for how long you want it to vibrate. This is also up to you. I wouldn't make this like obnoxiously long, but it is in milliseconds. So who remembers how many milliseconds are in a second?
1,000.
1,000, right? So for instance, I don't want like a super long, obnoxious vibration. I'm just going to make it like a quick one. I'm just going to make it like 300 milliseconds, just like a little beep, and we're good. All right. So you can add this. This will be like a little bit of nice feedback for you. It'll make it seem a little bit cooler, a little nicer. It's just a cool feature for your game.
Hey, what component do you have to use again?
You already have a sound to make that beeping noise, make the clinking spoon noise.
Okay.
But if you go under sound, you can go call sound.vibrate. Okay, same.
Oh.
Hey, it works. That's actually pretty nice. Em, did you manage to steal an Android phone?
I tried, but then somebody called the Android phone, so I had to return it.
That's terrible.
Next time, I will figure it out.
You need to find your Sony. It's an Android device, right?
I have an Android phone, but I don't remember the password to it, and so I
Reset
can't
it.
get in.
I'll reset it right now.
So I will be hard resetting it this week.
Yeah, perfect.
Is it your old one?
Yes.
Android phones are really cheap, guys. Like I literally bought one for I think like over $100 or $200, and it even had the slot for 2 SIM. Very good camera. So yeah, just bought one for our grandma. It's really cheap phones these days.
But
Okay,
they're
so
awesome.
when are we gonna code with Java?
In this class, we won't be coding with
Not in
Java.
this class. We're actually watching and seeing who can actually handle it, because it will be remotely arranged collaboration thing to do. It will be like really great project. So based on how we see everyone's coping with the program, we will invite. It's an invitational, but we'll only offer it to the students from our online classes, because you guys are already literally being trained for that. Okay, so far you're all doing great.
Very cool. All right. There's a couple more things that I wanted to do. We can add just this last one, and I think that'll be just about it for this class. With a magic 8-ball, when you activate it, you don't click on it, right? What you do is you shake it, and it tells you an answer when you flip it over. All right. So we're going to try to simulate just one part of that. We're going to make it so that instead of clicking the 8-ball, you can shake your phone, and it will automatically bring up the answer. So it'll just activate the 8-ball by shaking. All right. For this, all right, we're going to go over to sensors in our design view. All right. And we're going to be using the accelerometer sensor to try to sense when we're shaking. So if you know what an accelerometer is, basically it senses the motion of your phone and how it's accelerating in direction. So when you shake your phone, it can sense that. All right. So drag that out onto your screen. And that's basically all you got to do for this. There's a little sensitivity thing here. You can adjust that if you
There
want.
we go.
Play around with that later. All right, what's up?
Oh,
I'd recommend it to be strong because I tried moderate. The phone vibration, I don't know if it's because of my phone, but it's very, I don't know how to say it. Delicate, like a moderate vibration is probably just like, if you have it on a seat, maybe just moving the seat a little bit. I mean, I'd recommend a strong vibration because
This isn't for vibration. This is
I mean, not the vibration, but the like
shaking.
sensitivity. No.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys
So,
have only 7 minutes left, so let's just push this through. Yeah.
yeah. So for this, you can play around with this later. For my phone, it works regular. It works fine on moderate.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, you can put it to strong. If it works too well, put it to weak. Anything in between. So let's go to blocks. That's literally all we had to do in the front end. All we have to do now, this is going to be a little bit sloppy for our coding side, but we don't have much time, so we're just going to do this for now. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go to accelerometer sensor, and we're going to say when accelerometer sensor 1 dot shaking. Okay, it's that easy. All you got to do is pull that out, and the next part is literally putting all of this code from our click into the shake. Okay, if you wanted to be able to do one or the other, like if you want to do it so it can't do click at all, you can just transfer the code. But if you want to be able to do both, what you can do is you can copy and paste it and then have it so both work. All right, this is a little bit sloppy because you don't usually want to be copy and pasting stuff, but we don't have enough time to talk about functions today, so we might do that next week. All right, try to optimize this code. But for now, this should work. If you test it out, you will have a nice app that you can shake your phone and it'll do it. You can click on it. It'll vibrate, all sorts of really cool
I
things.
can't copy and paste.
Command C, Command P.
Wait, Command C.
My sensitivity is actually pretty good on meeting. If you can't copy and paste, just right click on it and click duplicate.
I was actually printing.
Right-click duplicate does the same thing, Asya.
Here's actually a cool trick if you want to look at this.
Thanks.
You can't select multiple things in MIT App Inventor at the same time. So you would either have to copy and paste each block at a time to try to get it down here. But what's cool is that if you copy and paste a function like this, like something with this orange block, if I duplicate this, it duplicates all the code inside. And then you can just pull that out and delete the top one. Okay, it's just a little cool life hack. If you want, you can go one at a time, but this is just a little quicker for copy pasting. All right.
Okay, so we have 5 minutes left. So go ahead and test your cool app, and maybe take as a challenge as your homework to add a background if you haven't done it yet. So other than that, it's just let's test it and give us the feedback, okay? Whether it worked or not.
Something I want to know for another app is how to make like a turns, like the player goes and then the AI or the robot goes.
Turns.
Yeah, turns. Because I'm making a turn-based combat game and I want to see.
Cool.
I want to use that if I ever know how to do
It's
it.
kind of a situational thing of how you want to do turns, but usually, basically, you want to be using like if statements to see if it's the player's turn. And
Well,
on something.
yeah. I guess I can do it now, but I don't want. Well, I guess if I do a start timer, because I don't want to just automatically right after. Well, I guess timers can work. I'll work on my app today because I don't have any homework, and I'll see how it goes.
Eric, you are quite advanced, so the next level of the excellence for you would be to try actually research things, right? So use a lot of Google, that's exactly what all the coders and programmers do, right? Research it first, and if you're stuck on anything to the point where you can't really Google or can't understand, actually that's when you want to seek a help from your mentor, okay? So that way you don't burn out your mentors and you're learning on a job, on a task yourself, okay? So do that first, try to Google that, and if you're stuck, make sure to reach out to Tim and he will definitely help you, okay? So that will be a next level, which actually will take you to the level where the real world programmers are, okay?
All right, guys. So that's just about it for today. Today we looked at some more cool things. We took a look at lists, random picking from lists, how to actually get our phone to vibrate and shake. And for now, you guys can play around with this app during the week. Try to see if you can add some more functionality to it. Maybe add some more options for things that it can say to you. But that's just about it for today. We need to prepare for the next class because that's starting in 2 minutes. So hope you guys stay safe at home. Enjoy yourselves.
Everyone's cool? No questions? Yeah?
Yep.
Perfect. So we'll see you all next Saturday, same time. Yeah, I think it went pretty well, even for the first class. You guys are awesome. And have a great week. See you guys next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.